Hello ladies, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my first story time ever. So, what the story is going to be teaching is the fact that you actually have to treat all your relationships seriously because you do not know what might happen. And that's what I'm about to tell you now. Take all your relationships seriously because you do not know what might happen. So, while I was in year one, so I had this guy chasing me around campus. So I was like, he was tall, he was dark, he was handsome, and he was chasing me. And I already told myself that I wasn't going to have any boyfriend in year one. And there is a reason for this, I'll tell you. See, in Nigerian campuses, there's this tag called Jambitos, and that tag is made for all the freshers who are just joining the university. What I mean is, if you are a year one, you are a fresher because everybody knows that you have just entered school. Yes, that is so true. Everyone knows you have just come into school and you do not know the school life and you do not understand what's going on. And this is the time that Nigerian boys, that is, Nigerian guys in school, this is when they go testing the waters. What I mean testing the waters is the okay, let me look for the best way to put it. Okay, I'll use Jerusalem. You know how I always tell you that I will use Jerusalem. So this is the time that they get passport to visit different parts of Jerusalem, if you understand. This is when they get passport and visa to visit all types of Jerusalem that they want. Because these people called the Jambitos do not even understand. The guys go to them, they brainwash them, tell them of love stories. And these are young girls, 17, 18 years, who just got into the university. And then they are so like, oh yes, I'm in school now, I'm gonna have my boyfriend. Lots of girls going to school, like you do not have a boyfriend at home because you're not even allowed to have a boyfriend. So when you get into school, you're like, okay, I'll get a boyfriend when I get to school. And then these guys already know, that girls coming into school, they're also so excited to have boyfriends. So you would see people who actually have girlfriends already going to chase jambitos, these new ladies, just for the cookie, just to go get a trip to Jerusalem, and they will beat them by or farewell. You won't even see them anymore. So this was the behavior in school when you were in year one. So you have to be very careful or else you will fall prey. So what did I do? I decided that I was never gonna have a boyfriend in year one until I get into second year and master the whole school thing, know how things actually do happen. Because of course, I was just this girl actually growing up, not trying to make too much of a, mouth. I was just this girl. I really knew what I wanted. And what I want is what I want. I just put it in my heart that this is what I want, and that's exactly what I'm gonna have. Okay, so when I went into school, I didn't just go straight to year one. So I didn't go straight into the university first. I had to take 1 year pre-degree before I went into year one. So I was like in the university environment for the first 1 year doing my pre-degree. And then when I passed, I went into year one. So I had learned already, some things being in pre-degree. But then when I got to year one, even during pre-degree, I had people approaching me, like some guys approaching me, coming same way they would treat the Jambitos, the same way they would treat the pre-degree students. And I was like, no, sorry, I'm not ready. I'm here to study to get into the university. Sorry, just forget about it. I was this strict when it comes to relationship because let's just say my auntie fed me with a lot of, so many things in my mind. And I wanted to be the good girl. So I just kind of dismissed all the guys that came around me during pre-degree. So I got into year one. And then my friends and I were in school. And then one day I had this guy chasing me. I will go into that next time in details. But the truth is, he chased me. And when he chased me, things took a turn. It took a lot of time. I told him I wasn't interested because I already had a plan of what I wanted, that I was only going to get a boyfriend when I was like in second year. So, uh, while we were going on with our first year, he was also in second year, I was in first year. So while we were going on with our studies, after a while, like 2 months, he will come again. And the funny thing is, we're in the same department, so he sees me most of the time. So I refused him. I told him
I wasn't interested because I'm here to study.
I'm not gonna have any boyfriend in this year one, that it is a crucial time for me. That was what I told him. So that if he's really interested in this girl, then he needs to wait and show me how interested he is. Trust me now, I'm not gonna be somebody's jambito. Eh? That be me. I was not going to be anybody's jambito. You want to eat cookie and go for free. And then you will tell them that I've tasted. That's how they go sitting down, talking to each other and counting census on all the jambitos that they have gone into their Jerusalem campus boys. So after a while, I finished year one. But before finishing year one, this same guy came lots of times to disturb me. He would come to my house, he would talk to my friends, he would talk to people around me, and my friends would talk to me and tell me of how this guy actually really likes me or loves me. And I would tell them, how do you know? Girls. Oh, and the worst is they will tell me, Mimi. If one of my friend will always say, actually, it was this girl who actually gave me the name Mimilicious. Whenever she sees me, she's like, Mimilicious. Yeah, Neki's her name. Neki's like, Mimi, if this guy, if he were coming for me, I would have long accepted. I'm like, what? Okay, cool. Take him. I'm not interested. He's like, no, he doesn't want me. He wants you. I'm like, so let me be. If he wants me, let him wait. I'm not gonna do anything. So finally, year one came to an end. Meanwhile, he has tried and he got tired, but he kept on persisting, only for everything to turn out good in year two. And I told him that I was going to give him a trial, and he accepted. Yes, I told him I was going to give him a trial.
And he was like, yes, finally, I got you.
Ladies, years later, years later, this same guy, confessed to only wanting my cookies. This same guy confessed to me that he came basically to take a trip to my Jerusalem. But unfortunately, he didn't get visa to Jerusalem. And then he was like, how dare you? Who is she? No one ever denied me visa to Jerusalem. Who is she? We're gonna see. And he stayed on because he wanted to see how long I was gonna play the game. But you know what, ladies? It was so true that I held on to my Jerusalem, and I kept my Jerusalem even when we were together, because I gave him strict information that that relationship was going to be based on a relationship without Jerusalem. And he accepted. 1 year into the relationship, he keeps crying for Jerusalem. And I told him, guy, I told you. 2 years into the relationship, he kept on crying for Jerusalem. And I told you, guy, I told you, there's not going to be Jerusalem in this relationship. And later, this guy confessed to me that he came just for the cookies. So what would have happened if he got the cookies? What would have happened? Would he have stayed? No. Ladies, you see what I am telling you? Sometimes men come for you not because they actually want you, but because they want something. And when they stay on, they are staying on because something has not been given to them and they're still trying to get it. Ladies, what I'm trying to tell you is that sometimes in relationships, it is not the intention of a man when he comes to you that becomes the final intention. Things actually change, things actually happen. So, depending on how you handle your relationship, you could make it or might. So, not like I'm trying to say that I am perfect or anything. No, I am just trying to tell you that relationships can be turned around only with what you do in it. The story that I have told you is a very long story. If you would like to know the beginning and how it ended, give this video a thumbs up and say, go ahead, tell us the full story, and I will tell you the full story because that guy and that man that I told you about today is the same guy who put this right here. So, ladies, do you want to hear the story? Because the story turned out right. It took almost 10 years from that time to get this on, but it was a very big lesson for me. And then, believe me, it was an amazing one. So, if you enjoyed the story time and would love a subsequent one, and would even love how it even started or how we met at all, or do you even know everything about how it got to this stage, give it a thumbs up, comment, please share some more. We would like to hear it all, and I will go ahead and give you subsequent story times. But if you would want all the kind of stories, do not forget to ask for it. Okay, my ladies? So, without further ado, do have a lovely day. Do have a happy day. Stay happy, stay blessed, and bye-bye.